It's motherfucking Thursday, in it? Um. Oh, we're back. Season 3. Happy New Year, everybody! Season 3, episode 1 of the Cookout going live right now on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram live. I got Adam and Eris as always. What's up with you guys?
We need like a badass like musical intro.
I know it's our 3rd year, so
Like we're coming on like the news or something.
about time. Yeah, there is for branding. There is like a little video. Like I could do. Instead of that, it'd be like us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, I was like, what the hell was that? I was so confused. I was like, oh, I think I lost everybody.
we could do like a countdown. Something like that. Yeah, I'll work on it.
Good idea, bro.
But yeah, we do need some sort of cool intro
like,
or something like that. Yeah,
a 5-minute waiting room intro.
Wait room of what?
You Sorry, you I would say the 5-minute intro.
Facts.
And people wait.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll work. Yeah, if you want to send me a clip of you,
I can send you a clip of me going crazy with the crossbow on Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone just share a clip of something that they're good at, and then I'll put it in our intro for the next year. So yeah, I'll work on that for you guys.
I'll put all my 2K clips in there.
Sitting in the corner.
Right stick ripping this shit up.
Fair, but anyway, happy New Year to everybody. How was your guys' holiday and New Year? Anything fun?
I didn't do shit. So no, I did not have a ton of fun. However, it beat the hell out of driving.
What's good? You did what?
Driving 17 hours.
Yeah, the drive back to Chicago / Wisconsin, not a fan. Yeah, it's not fun, especially with dogs, stuff like that. Got to stop a lot. Got to get gas. And then I'm always scared to eat fast food while I'm in the car because it's like I feel like food just flows right through me. So it's like I eat Popeyes right on the road, and then 30 minutes later I gotta shit. So I gotta be very selective.
Did you not eat McDonald's on the way to New York?
Yeah, and I had to shit. Yeah, it was a horrible time. Yeah. Not ideal. Adam, was Santa good to you?
Solid. Got no complaints. A lot of drinking.
What was the drink of choice?
Whatever was in the cup. Yeah.
What night?
Also, you see me with my gallon of water, right? You know what I'm saying?
New Year, man.
New Year, new me. This is gonna last about 7 days.
Look at you,
after that, I'm gonna get tired of drinking water. The thing about this is I will fill this up the night before and I'll put it in my fridge and then I'll try drinking it and then the water will just get warm. I need one of those big ass Stanley Cup thermos things.
Hey, you can make a killing off Stanley Cups right now. If you got some in your Stanley Cup.
What do you mean make a killing off Stanley Cups?
You haven't seen all that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
they released like a pink edition Stanley Cup, and people were like lining up outside the store like it was like a fucking sneaker release or like a GameStop game release.
I'm not sure I know what Stanley Cups are.
They're just like a thermos or like a fucking Yeti, something like that. Same shit.
Fair. Okay. So
yeah,
like the world is losing their mind off of this.
Bro, I saw a story that said that there was like 3,500 people lined up outside of a like New York Stanley store or something.
Starbucks latest Stanley Cup collaboration causes mayhem at Target. Fam? This? How big is this thing?
Pretty big.
I'm pretty sure it's about the size of like a Yeti that looks
40
like
ounce. 40 ounce.
The whole bitch in there.
How many ounces is this? Wait. Okay, yeah. I mean, for perspective, I guess I don't know.
Check
Can
the
you get
fucking
these at
bottle.
Starbucks?
Yep.
Wow.
Look at it.
Line. This is crazy, bro. Lines to get a pink for a long time.
Bro, it's a cup, dude.
I know, but is the inner linings of the cup like it keeps your water cold for a long time?
No different than a Yeti.
This is wild, and they got mad at us for looting back in the day, and then there's not this fucking pink.
Crazy.
Huh? That's wild. Okay, well, anyway,
Wordle.
Yeah, you know. I get warmed up, you know what I'm saying, for Wordle, you know, where I shine later. Okay, but I want to open the floor on the show today. We have we'll talk about the college football playoff games, and then we'll preview Michigan and Washington. We'll talk about Katt Williams, who just went on Shannon Sharp's show and just went berserk on everybody. So nobody was safe on that show. And then we'll talk about the NFL Week 18 playoff scenarios. You know, the Bears have the chance to knock the Packers out of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So excited to talk about that. But I first want to open up with you guys, give you guys the floor because, you know, Texas came up a little bit short against Washington. You know, what went wrong in your guys' opinion? What's the plan for next year? Is it Quinn Ewers season, or do you run with Arch Manning?
When Ewers comes back, he's the guy. For sure.
You don't think that there's going to be pressure from like the Manning family?
I mean, he'll have to win the job, but I think he'll win the job.
What's up, Josh? See you on the IG comments. I got the IG comments on this side of my screen, and then everything else over here. G-Bats. It's fireproof. So the Stanley Cups are fireproof as well.
Good to know. If your house catches on fire, you don't have to grab your Stanley Cup.
You
got a fire, just stick your Stanley Cup over the top of it. It'll douse it out. Stop a grease fire real quick.
Otherwise, it's just charged. You just got to charge it. Every other water cup, you just got to charge it to the game.
Everything else, leave the Stanley. We're good. Come back.
Fair. Okay, so Quinn Ewers is going to be the guy if he comes back.
He should be.
Do you think that he should come back? I think he should because it's a strong QB draft.
Should too.
Because I think next year, I don't know if
you have
DJ after he wins a natty next year. You said Drew Aller from Penn State.
Yeah, gonna be one of the top. Yeah, he's gonna be one of the top draft picks next year.
But he stinks.
I don't know if he stinks. I think Penn State stinks. He's in the Big Ten.
Hey,
they run the ball a lot up there.
Hey, all I'm saying is
go to Ohio State.
2 Big Ten teams in the national championship. So,
anyways,
all right. So Quinn Ewers comes back. He's a starter. Arch Manning sits another year. But where do you think Texas goes from here? What do you think went wrong in the game?
Those 2 fumbles. I think that's the main thing by Baxter and Jaden Blue. First 3 possessions, fumble.
Yep.
Literally the first play we ran in the second half was a fumble. Right after they drove down and scored. Next possession, we were driving, punt, penalties killed that drive. Third possession, we're driving again, get the ball to the 25, fumble. You know, you go over 3 against Washington. Odds are you're gonna lose.
Can't get a lot started if you fumble the football.
And then shout out to them, they still battled back. I mean, they had a shot at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Kalen DeBoer, obviously really good coach, but they were kind of self-imploding towards the end of the game, and they gave Texas a shot to come back and potentially win the game. Were you happy with? Because I saw a lot of conflicting tweets and thoughts from the Texas fans saying that they didn't love how Quinn Ewers played. Did you think
saw
that?
A lot about the last throw? I think people were complaining about how he kind of floated to AD. People thought he should have put it on him. I think he made the right decision.
I think that I understand what they're talking about, but he had a lot of pressure coming from his right side.
I don't think they understand what they're talking. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Playing stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. That's just people that don't play football.
Like he had like 6 passes tipped at the line, a scrimmage. Right side of the line collapsed. I'd rather him get the ball off. Could he have stepped up and gunned it? It would have been a touchdown, yes. But if he did that, there's a good chance his arm gets hit, ball gets tipped, he gets sacked. I'd rather you get the throw off. Give us a shot.
Yeah, the only thing that I would say is, if you recognize that earlier, you step up and then you throw like front pylon, ball at the front pylon. That's about all you can do. Otherwise,
who knows that works? I'd rather you get the throw off.
True, and people just don't pay attention to offensive line on plays like that, or like defensive pressure. Like you see it about like people critiquing QBs all the time. It's like you don't see that pressure is coming from the right side, so he can't like step up or put the right ball that he wants to. Like if it's a clean pocket, Quinn Ewers, like we've seen Quinn Ewers, like he can put a football anywhere he wants to. Like, he would have made a much better throw if he didn't have pressure on his right side, and he's right-handed. So, I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with the play call. That play call worked earlier.
I would let him do that play 3 straight times.
That's you got one play left in the game. You got one play left in the game. I don't give a damn what you do. I'd rather lose the game trying to get the ball to my best fucking player than some other random shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get too cute and I don't give a damn. My best player versus your best player. Unless I go out like that every time.
Though this is a play calls before that where it's like, what are we doing? I don't know the play call, like the check down. I don't know if that was the play call or maybe like the look just wasn't there. So we checked it down just to save time, I guess.
But I think they thought they were going to catch Washington in a blitz.
They did.
In the blitz,
and it wasn't there, so you just check it down and you live to fight another day. Which I agree with too. And people saying you can't check it down there. I mean, it's first down. You're gonna have 3 more plays. You don't want them to. I wouldn't want them to just throw the ball in a double coverage.
Right.
Just check it down and go again.
Yeah. Do you think Texas is gonna be better next year?
I think they'll be about the same. A lot of the receiving production is gone.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns. For
AD Mitchell will probably be gone. Xavier Worthy's gone. JT Sanders is gone. Jordan Whittington's gone. That's.
That being said, we have a lot of production coming in.
We do have a lot of production coming in.
Can they mesh right? I think talent wise would be very similar, but chemistry wise, just you got to gel on offense.
I think if Quinn Ewers does come back, that is a significant boost.
Yes,
that will definitely help the learning curve because you already have the QB set. It's like he knows everything. He can help everybody adapt quicker. I think if you kind of reset that with Arch, now it's like everybody top to bottom is
Arch, new number 1 receiver.
Yeah, that'll be tough on anybody. But I think Quinn Ewers is going to come back.
It'd be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I think he lights up the Big Ten, to be honest.
The SEC.
Yeah. SEC.
Or the SEC, sorry. Yeah, I think he's going to.
I mean, he's improved miles from what he was last year.
Yeah, he can make a couple reads now. He doesn't have to just.
Yeah, and now and this year, now that he seems comfortable in the offense, now he can kind of just spin it. Just let him go.
Yeah.
I never feel like
if he comes back, I'll be very excited.
I never feel like he you used to feel like he mentally checked out of games, like he was just like rattled as fuck. I never feel like he's rattled in there now. He was getting hit in the fucking face against Washington a lot. Yeah. He was just, but his head was still on straight. He still made big time throws, big time plays, made the ones that we needed. Unfortunate for the last play, he didn't have time to do what he probably needed to do. And honestly, I probably would have threw that bitch up too. Ain't no way I'm trying to avoid that pressure first and then deliver the strike.
Especially with like where you're at on the field and like the route that's called for that play. Like you don't have it's a timing play. Like
you gotta throw it before he turns around.
Exactly. It's a timing play, especially back shoulder, outside sidelines. Like the people that complain about it, they don't understand the play design. Like what's
like you guys said, a lot of people who are talking, never play football or don't really understand football. You also got to remember, there's a lot of fucking football before that play.
Right.
And Quinn Ewers had been getting fucking railed.
Yeah.
During that for the majority of that game.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't, he was pressured. It was they were always getting tipped. Yeah, it was a lot of football that happened before that play. So when that play comes up, it's like, hey, I don't give a damn what you do. Get the ball out of here. Do not.
Could the throw have been better? Yes. I think that's Caleb Williams. That throws are probably a lot better. But everybody's not Joe Burrow. Not yet. He's getting time.
I think Quinn Ewers is an exceptional passer, honestly. So I don't think there's just much more that like he could have done. I had no issue with it. He threw
a pass to Jaden Blue on the sideline that he caught, the one over the shoulder that he caught. Mm-hmm. That was a perfect pass. The crazy thing is he threw the exact same pass before that Jaden Blue dropped.
Yeah.
It was insane that it looked the exact same way both times he threw it.
Right. Now,
same spot. Same spot, same throw.
As we're talking about exceptional passers, the other side of
both of y'all owe that man an apology.
I do.
Both
and
of y'all owe that man an apology.
Here.
I told you at the start of the season.
It's January 4th. Look, it's January 4th, 2024. And what's up, Vale? 2024, and I am here to apologize to Michael Penix Jr.
Jesus Christ.
Look, like he
fucking Thanos, bro.
From Michael Penix at Indiana, it seems like 8 years ago to now in Washington. That's LeBron, bro. Like there's some throws that he was making. And it just looks like he's throwing the ball before like the route even develops, and then the ball is just there. And his like throwing motion's a little funky, like it's not, the typical like arm path, but the ball is literally in the bucket. He's like Black Tua to me. Like I feel like him and Tua are like a lot alike in comparison. Like Tua is really anticipatory because he doesn't have like the strongest arm ever. I don't think Michael Penix's arm is like super elite, but his accuracy is like incredible. And like anticipatory throws that he makes, especially like the rail shots down the sidelines, like he's nuts. And he's just on one right now.
CJ Stroud, and when I watch him,
yeah,
that's who I see.
I like that too. I see a lot of Tua. I see a lot of CJ Stroud. Like. It's
those watching them in person. I'm like, God damn,
bro. One of those.
You can't even get mad at like Ryan Watts. Ryan Watts will get toasted.
Right.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah,
he's on.
One of those deep balls he threw on a fucking rope, and I was like, damn, he got pretty good arm strength. Then the next one he threw to the fucking moon, and I was like, bro, that ball dropped right where it was supposed to be. He threw that bitch sky fucking high.
Yeah, it's
cross field. It was so tough.
From like an NFL draft perspective, I'm really interested to see what type of situation that he goes to. Because I think honestly, like he could be, people talk about like how old he is already, and they're doing like comparisons of like him and Bo Nix compared to like the age of like Justin Fields, CJ Stroud, and others who are already in the league. But it's like I think he's as long as he gets into like a good situation, same with like every quarterback, but I think he's going to be really good in the NFL. Like compared to like I have way less question marks on him than some of the other quarterbacks that are coming out, like Drake May, like, people like that. Like I have way more confidence in Michael Penix Jr. in the NFL than like Drake May at this point. But I'm really interested on how, Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, they're gonna rank them and stuff like that.
And those wide receivers too, those motherfuckers, goddamn, they catch everything.
Odunze,
tough ass catch.
That's
dude on your fucking on your back. All Jalen Pope, all of them.
Yeah,
that's 3 NFL wide receivers. I mean,
yeah,
tip your cap to
this draft in general is just going to be
out of Texas, boy.
It's going to be a crazy QB wide receiver draft this year, and
it's a really good tackle draft too.
Yep, that's why the Bears need to trade the number 1 pick. And I'll go on a tangent on that another time, but Bears need to trade the number 1 pick. They can get so much stuff back for how great this draft is going to be.
They could be. I think that's going to depend on what happens with the Cardinals.
If the Bears trade that pick, I think they're going to end up trading it regardless. I'll go into reasons why another time, but I think the Bears are going to trade it as long as like he doesn't look like shit against the Packers this week. Like I think if he has a good game against the Packers, then they're going to trade the pick. Like you just can't. You can't.
You don't think they take Marvin number 1?
No, because I think you could trade back to either 2 or 3 and get.
That's what I was saying was that if it's the Cardinals at 2. What I'm saying is that if it's the Cardinals at 2.
Oh, you think they would take Marvin Harrison? Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I'd be fine not trading the pick and taking Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1. Honestly, like
that's your guy.
You're right, exactly.
Right.
Like, and if they do want to trade number 1 back or trade number 1, trade back a little bit and then acquire a bunch of draft picks, and you get to like number 3 and Arizona does take Marvin Harrison Jr., like you can either trade back again and get more picks and
go
then
get Rome at 8.
Go get Rome.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many wide receivers
all that 6, go get Rome.
Exactly. There's so many wide receivers in this draft that they're not going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. That seems like they can't miss, right? Like you plug in right away. That's Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson.
Trade back to see if they'll get Malik Neighbors.
Exactly. Like
I would trade back. I go get Brock, and then I go back in. I go get Rome.
I think the Bears really like Cole Kmet. So I have. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But to be honest, like I wouldn't mind having Brock Bowers. You run 2 tight end sets, like how the Patriots used to do. And then you can get Justin in space. Like there's just so many reasons why not to draft Caleb Williams. There's just so many. Anyway, I don't want to bog time down with that. Let's talk about the Alabama-Michigan game. And I will say that I was wrong about both picks this weekend or last weekend. I took Texas and Alabama. Wrong. I definitely undervalued and underestimated how dominant Michigan's defensive line was going to be in this game. I knew they were good, but it was just like a lot of people had questions about the competition that Michigan had throughout the year, how it would fare against Alabama, even though Alabama's offensive line wasn't like the Alabama that we're used to. But Michigan's defensive line just manhandled.
I picked them to win. I think that's the best defense in the country.
Yeah,
on the show.
Which stats wise they're good. I was just like, it was like one of those things for me to where like we've seen Michigan have like similar seasons, and then they would run into like Georgia and get whooped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't have any doubts about their defense. It was their offense. I think everybody had
true. Same thing.
So it's like Alabama isn't a powerhouse on offense either. So it's not like they don't have to score a lot of points to beat Alabama. Now Washington, they might have to score a lot of points.
Yeah. But can Michigan slow down Washington?
They can.
Yeah.
They can because
Texas could have ran for 350 yards on Washington.
Blake Corum's gonna go nuts.
Just couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
Good job. If you don't turn the ball over, Texas just runs them. If they don't have those two fumbles, they just run the ball down their throat and they win.
We're just run their ass, and Michigan is gonna just run their ass. Michigan don't give a damn. We watched that one game where old boy didn't throw a pass for 3 quarters.
Right. I do think Jim Harbaugh trusts JJ McCarthy, even though literally first play from scrimmage against Alabama, he threw what should have been a pick, and Buddy keeps both feet in bounds or reestablishes himself. I thought honestly, that's a very small thing, but from a mental side of thing, imagine if that interception held up and it's you're in the college football playoff semifinal, your first play is a pick. How fucked could you be mentally? From that, you give Alabama good field position off a rip. They go score a touchdown. That was a big play in that game. But yeah, I was surprised kind of how manhandled Alabama was in this game.
I wouldn't even saw it against Texas.
Yeah. And I just thought JJ McCarthy was going to make some mistakes, and he had 4 incompletions, I think. I think it was 17 to 21 or something like that. And Blake Corum did what he wanted. They're a good team, man. Michigan's a good team.
Got 8 NFL players on that defense.
Yeah, their defense is nuts.
It's insane.
So, I think this is probably the best scenario for the college football national championship. I think this is a really good matchup, and something's got to give. Either Washington scores a lot of points, but I kind of worry about Michigan's pass rush throwing off Washington's play timing.
Well, see, Texas has a really good pass rush too. They're top 5 in QB pressures.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's offensive line is very good.
Best offensive line in the country.
At keeping him. And Michael Penix avoids he's really, really smooth in the pocket. He avoids those sacks really well. He doesn't get touched. And I think they'll be able to keep him clean. It's can the covers hold up? He's gonna make the perfect throw. The receivers can catch it. It's can the DB can are you better than Ryan Watson?
I mean, how can you be worse?
Can you make the play? That's really what it comes down to.
I think
outside Will Johnson versus Roma Donzak will be crazy.
That's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be crazy.
Do you think he shadows him the whole game? Follows
I think he shadowed Marvin Harrison Jr., didn't he? He didn't.
I don't know. I just think that Washington has a plethora of talent over there.
Yeah, true.
Stuck on one side.
That's true.
On one side. The other,
just whoever's over there.
I think this is a great coaching matchup. Jim Harbaugh, Kalen DeBoer. Man. Yeah, I'm excited. I am pulling for Michigan. I got a lot of Michigan friends out here in Boston, so I will say I am pulling for Michigan. Big Ten. But what do you guys think? Early predictions. Michigan minus 4.5 is the line.
I like Michigan. I think from what I've seen against Washington, against Texas and Washington, I don't think they can stop the run. Like Aaron said, I think Michigan can get 1 stop. They can get 1 or 2 stops. Texas couldn't. So
we knew that though. We knew
do
that.
Do you trust JJ McCarthy though
to
not make any mistakes?
He's gonna give you 1, but I think they can get away with giving away 1.
So that means they got to get 2 stops.
2 stops control the clock. I think this is the year. I got Michigan.
Man. I feel like I want to lean Michigan as well, but I've bet against Washington so many times this year, and they just made me look stupid. Michael Penix has made me look stupid throughout the year, so I'm inclined to go with Washington. But I think it's how many times can you prove me wrong? Can they do it one more time? But I think I'm going Michigan. I think it's going to be I'm trying to think of a good score. 28, 21 maybe. Or might get to 30. I think you can't hold Washington to only 21 points. I don't see it. Let's go see, like
Arizona State held them without a touchdown.
But I just don't see Michigan scoring that many points either. Because I think they're just gonna run the clock and ugly the game
somewhere around 28 to 30.
Yeah, if Washington gets over in the 30s, then I think Michigan's in trouble.
If Washington gets about 22, Michigan could be in danger.
Yeah, I kind of think too. Like in a close game, who do I trust more? And
I trust Michael Penix more.
Exactly, and I trust Kalen DeBoer's like creativity a lot more, and their weapons a lot more. I don't know if I'm betting this game. I'm like trying to put in a bet right now. Honestly, fuck, I don't know, because everything I bet the opposite happens. It seems because I want to take. I feel like Washington will cover 4.5. I feel like it's going to be like a 32-28 is like what I like see in my mind. Like Michigan,
how healthy Dylan Johnson is.
Exactly. I think like Michigan 32, Washington 28 is like the number that's popped in my head. So Washington covers the 4.5, but Michigan wins.
He gets a 32 in the 30s.
I can't see
more like Washington, honestly. I think if they go out there and they just say, "Look, Michael Penix, you're gonna throw the ball 50 times," I think they're gonna. They almost lost that game because they kept trying to run the fucking ball.
True.
I don't know why the hell they did that. I would never run it.
And if Dylan Johnson is hurt, I think they're gonna say, "Fuck it, we're gonna air this whole out." And I think if they do that,
let's see if I can find any stats or any tweets on Dylan Johnson.
He said he's gonna play, but how healthy is he?
Yeah.
I want some fruit snacks.
It looked bad.
Yeah.
It didn't look good. And you only get a week. I mean, he was like being carted off. True. Yeah, and he's been banged up like all year too.
Yeah, he was already injured.
I mean, X-rays are negative. Right
now I'm gonna say Michigan still, but I'm leaning more towards Washington. Talking myself into it.
Okay, I'm reading a tweet from the transfer portal on the matter that just came up in my search. It says, in the 2020 season, Trey Sermon helped Ohio State smash Clemson in the semifinal, but was ineffective against Alabama in the title game because he was hurt.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to play. We'll see how healthy he is.
Okay, so I think that Washington covers, and I still see 32-28 Michigan.
All right.
That's what I got. That's what I'm betting anyway.
I've been back and forth on it quite a few times, and I'll probably do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But currently, I'm sitting at Michigan fucking steamrolls Washington.
Really? Because you think that? I think that could happen if Michigan gets like a 10-point lead. If they go up like 10-0.
Part of it is if Dylan Johnson is healthy enough to really play.
Mm-hmm.
If Washington goes in there one-dimensional, I just find it hard. I mean, I get it. I mean, Michael Penix is. I mean, he showed it doesn't fucking matter. But I start to. I don't know if Washington is playing catch up because Michigan's controlling the clock. Michigan's defense is so damn good, man.
Good. At every level. At every level.
I start to. I just kind of lean towards Michigan, just fucking steam, and like also, you know, I'm kind of a trend guy in the way that like look at kind of the trends and like in college playoff typically you have at least one fucking smackdown.
I know, but like the semifinals were so good.
Yeah,
semifinals were so good. It'd be such a letdown. Yeah.
And obviously you don't want to put too much stock into that, but for this situation, I'm not betting, so I kind of do. So I'm tempted to say that Michigan fucking steamrolls Washington.
Like I love 34-31 Michigan. Like I like that. I see that happening too.
a lot of
I just think there's going to be a lot of points.
If Washington's offense are rolling like I just feel like Washington's offense, if it's going to be a beat down for Michigan, Washington's offense just doesn't kind of get going. They don't really get into a rhythm, kind of caught off guard a lot. Missing Dylan Johnson, obviously they can't really not balance out the run, but they can't lean on a run really.
Here's the thing with Washington.
If it gets up to 31 points, that means their offense is kind of clicking a little bit.
Yeah, that means like Washington, like it wasn't easy against Texas. They made some tough throws. Like Penix was putting that shit on the rope. He's gonna
let Ryan Watson out there. Once Derrick Williams started to play.
Yeah.
So I think
that she was
like, do you think he does that again? He repeats that exact performance. Is he gonna have to? And then some, especially if they're one-dimensional.
I think that what's going to happen is Michigan. It's going to be that Washington storms back late. I think Michigan is going to go up. I put the correct score or the final score prediction as 34-31 Michigan, and I think what's going to happen is Michigan's going to go up, like 34-21 or something like that late, 8 minutes left in the fourth, and then Washington storms back and they score a touchdown. Yeah, exactly. And I think the score ends up 34-31. And I think that's how both teams get into the 30s.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Because I think that Michigan's going to get the lead late, and then they're going to build the lead, and then they're going to try and hold it late by running the ball, and then they're going to give the ball back to Washington. Michael Penix is going to throw some dots. They're going to score. They're going to run the ball again, 3 and out, get the ball back, and then they're going to go kick a field goal to make it 34-31, and then they don't get the ball back.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I think I'm right there with you. I
like it. I need it. I need it.
I hit my parlay on the game. That was an easy parlay to hit. They had a 4-player parlay on the Texas Washington.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You're tough. Are you tough?
It was pretty easy. I had the under for Dylan Johnson's rushing yards. That was easy. Michael Penix over 300 passing yards. He got that in the first half.
Yeah. Bro, just slinging the bitch everywhere.
And then I had Jatavian Sanders over 70 receiving yards. He got that.
Right.
And then Jalen Pope touchdown. Or Jalen McMillan touchdown anytime.
That's pretty good. I get nervous betting on college kids because college kids are so unpredictable. And it's like college kids, because they're not professionals, they could wake up and be like, fuck it, I just don't got it today. Or just mentally they're not there. You know what I mean? And,
like I said, the ones that I mentioned were pretty fucking
fair. Yeah.
Cut and dry. No, those didn't happen. It was the over too. I hit the over, which was obvious.
Okay. Fair play. Okay. So, and then Aris, you said Michigan is going to steamroll them. I also have Michigan. Adam, did you flip to Washington or do you?
I'm still Michigan. Go blue.
Still Michigan. Yeah, I'm go blue at this point. My guys are Michigan fans, so I'm gonna roll with Michigan. Okay. So, do you want to touch on any more transfer portal news?
Ohio State got a quarterback.
Oh yeah. Fuck. They got a kid from Kansas State.
Will Howard.
Will Howard, yes. Do you like the fit?
He's pretty good.
Do you think that puts Ohio State in Big Ten championship?
I think they're
the favorite.
I think they're the favorite right now. I put him as a favorite.
Really? JJ McCarthy comes back too, right? Because he's only sophomore.
He'll probably come back, but everybody else is leaving on that team.
Yeah.
So, including the head coach.
You think so?
Yeah. Come on.
See, I've gone back and forth on if Jim Harbaugh is going to leave Michigan, and if I'm him, I'm like, why would you want to leave? You literally have the easiest job possible for yourself, unless there's going to be like some sanctions coming down from like the sign stealing stuff afterwards. Then I would give it a thought. But you're a Michigan man.
The rules.
True, but it's like
so many unnecessary rules in college football he's don't want to deal with.
I guess so, but I feel like with NIL stuff, there's a lot more, leniency before they actually have like regulations for NIL. Because right now it's a free for all. So, and at his point, like he can just go get players paid as much as they want, and that makes recruiting so much easier. You just won a national championship. You're a Michigan man. The boosters will love you forever.
Well, at least where he knows he can get that job whenever he wants. If he wants to go back, he's like, I don't feel like doing this shit no more.
True, I guess.
He seems like the type that he delegates everything. Like, I just want to coach. I don't want to do all this other stuff. You go handle that. Don't tell me how you do it.
Right. I trust you. Hands up, trust you.
I'll do the on-field stuff.
Fair. Okay, so Will Howard is going to Ohio State. Ethan Kaliakamanis is going to Rutgers. For DJ Uyunglele, my QB1 next year. Let's go. And DJ might be a first round pick after he wins the Natty for Florida State.
You gonna say healthy?
Huh? What'd you say? I was gonna stay healthy. That is tacky, bro. You're
gonna get in?
You're tacky, bro. No, dude, DJ's a hoss, bro. He's 6'4", 250 pounds. He better be healthy. Malik Murphy transferring to Duke. Do you like the fit there?
I do.
Duke's been kind of slinging the rock last few years. Riley Leonard, right? I mean, Riley Leonard too transferred to Notre Dame, right? Yeah. I feel like he just looks like a Notre Dame QB. Like you can just like look at people and just like peg them like, yeah, you're a QB at Notre Dame. Clean cut white dude, probably goes to church. Just an overall good guy, good boyfriend, looking like guy you bring home to mom and dad. Strong handshake. That's a Notre Dame QB. KJ Jefferson to UCF.
Be good with Gus Malzahn.
Yeah.
Make some move.
Dante Moore. I think we talked about this. Dante Moore to Oregon.
Yeah. That was
a little confusing. Because he's gonna
sit a year.
He must want to sit. Yeah, he must want to sit.
Yeah, like why would you not go somewhere to play right away? LSU getting a Vanderbilt quarterback. Nate Johnson going from Utah to Vanderbilt. Kyle McCord going to Syracuse. He's gonna light up. I feel like he's gonna be on his revenge arc next year. Will Rogers to Washington.
Solid.
Yeah. Aiden Childs to Michigan State. I thought he would stay.
No, his coach went there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Tyler Van Dyke to Wisconsin. God, that one just still hurts. I just don't.
Van Dyke.
That one still hurts.
Van Dyke. The Derry Ray gonna go crazy next year.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Wisconsin, the Derry Ray.
The thing is, too, he does look like a Wisconsin QB. He does. Like the way he like kind of carries himself, what he looks like. Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, Phil Longo.
You didn't know we were a Tyler Van Dyke podcast?
No, we're not. We're not a Miami podcast. We're not a Tyler Van Dyke podcast. We're not a Florida podcast. None of that. Who do you think though plays out of Dylan Gabriel and Dante Moore? You don't think Dante Moore challenges Dylan at all? No shot.
He's better than Dylan Gabriel. So.
Say that again.
I don't think he's better than Dylan Gabriel.
Oh, so I thought you said you think he is. Okay. Yeah, nothing else to note, I guess. But there's some names that are still out there though. Like Malachi Nelson, he's going on a visit to Boise State. What do you think about that?
I guess.
Yeah, go. Sure, dude.
We'll see you next year when you enter the portal again.
So who is USC bringing in next year that he's just not going to play? The kid, are they rolling with the kid that played in the bowl game?
Are you talking about USC?
Moss?
Yeah. Like Malachi Nelson couldn't start next year?
Maybe some
he was fucking hooping.
Yeah.
He was hooping in the bowl game.
The Liberty QB is transferring from Liberty because he's like, hey, I'm a little better than this.
Hey, I don't need Liberty anymore. Yeah.
I don't need this bullshit anymore.
So this. There it is.
Jaden DeLaura from Arizona. Bryson Barnes from Utah.
Arizona got a QB. Good.
Ty Thompson from Oregon. He's got an unfortunate shake.
You saw Casey Thompson's coming back for another year.
Yeah, fucking Hal transferred. He was in the portal. I was like, bro, just
26 years old.
Just go sell insurance, man.
Okay, so Eric, you want to take the lead on talking about like what the hell is going on with Katt Williams and just why is he just at everybody's neck? It's January 4th, right?
Yeah, started the year out hot.
Like who hurt him? I mean, apparently he's been hurt by, or people have been talking about shit about him for a while. But like, why now to go call up Shannon Sharpe to just go off on everybody? Can you give the rundown?
So for those of you who don't know, Shannon Sharpe has a billion jobs, right? He's on a billion daytime TV shows, and he has 2 like nighttime podcasts or whatever. But he has one in particular called Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay is just like everybody, right? Entertainers, sports figures, just conversation and interviews. Well, Katt Williams called up Shannon Sharpe and said, "Hey, like, I'm coming on the show. Let's ride." In a 3-hour-long interview, Katt Williams hates everybody, and I say hates. He makes it very clear that he doesn't hate everybody, but he comes in and he's talking about Ricky Smiley. He's talking about Friday After Next. He's talking about Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley. Talks about his upbringing. Talks a little bit about everything Katt Williams. But the part that's really the parts, I should say, that are really going off about or that everyone's going off about on social media right now is kind of obviously Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Taraji P. Henson, what he says about Kanye. There's so much in this interview that Katt Williams touches on, but the main part is just the disdain that he has for most comedians in the industry.
Yeah, like Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, it's insane.
Steve Harvey.
Interview, I would advise you to pull up YouTube if you ever got 3 hours that you want to spend. I would listen to the whole thing. Obviously, for most people, I couldn't find. I listened to it before they had cut it up into 20-minute highlight film.
Yeah, there's like a 30-minute video that Shannon Sharpe has on his podcast channel that you could watch like the highlights of it, but it's nuts.
I mean, we're gonna talk. We as a group here, we're gonna probably talk about most of the stuff, how you feel about most of the stuff, and stuff that you didn't know. First of all, do you think he's telling the truth?
I do.
So
I think everything Katt Williams said is fact. So like, yeah, so like give some example, to give some examples, like the Steve Harvey thing. I fully believe. I love Steve Harvey. I still love Steve Harvey, but I think Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, what are you saying about him like stealing jokes and him just not being funny and stuff like that?
First, the Steve Harvey thing, right? So the Steve Harvey thing Bo was talking about is just like how Steve Harvey is pretty much like self-centered, self-serving, right? It's like how Steve Harvey is obviously he steals jokes. He's really not funny. He shouldn't have headlined Kings of Comedy, the original Kings of Comedy. For those of you who don't know, That's just a stand up of like 6 comedians that they were all kind of went on tour together and had this big like comedy extravaganza. Steve Harvey, it was pretty much his tour, so he headlined it. But Kevin Hart was, I mean, not Kevin Hart, which he also went on Kevin Hart. But Katt Williams was talking about how Steve Harvey shouldn't have headlined it because he wasn't the funniest.
Right.
Obviously. If you ask anybody who knows anything about the original King of Comedy, who was the funniest? Bernie Mac, right? Bernie Mac is one of the
Can't
funniest
say nothing about
ever.
Bernie ever.
Yeah. Bernie Mac is one of the funniest humans ever. And he should have headlined it. So Steve Harvey stealing jokes, even so much as Katt Williams was talking about how Steve Harvey pretty much stole his like background.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was talking about how he was 13, he moved out, he was homeless, people took him in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He went in on that, and he was just he went in on how he would steal the whole the Hang with Mr. Cooper thing.
Yeah.
Or the what's his name? Mark. God, what is Mark's last name? Oh my God, the comedian. Anyway, the Hang with Mr. Cooper guy. He went and stole his whole bit. Found out Steve Harvey had the fake high top fade.
Yeah, the memes on Twitter were nuts from that, man. Drill say most people Cal was talking about tried to downplay him first, so he reached out to the only person. Yeah, Shannon Sharpe will literally allow anybody to come on his show and say whatever, because Shannon Sharpe's kind of untouchable right now too. So like he could have whoever on. So they blackballed him. So yeah, Cat Williams had nothing to lose really. So that's why I don't think he's lying, because he had nothing to lose by coming out and saying anything.
So to that point, for the other comedians, right? Shannon Sharpe has had Cedric the Entertainer on. He's had Ricky Smiley on the show. And so once Katt Williams, he say, dude, I listen to you. Like I watch these. And whenever they talk about me, that's when I have to, because these are stories that I'm involved in. I'm not telling you anything that I wasn't involved in. So he comes onto the show. He said, I'm setting the record straight.
Yeah.
I'm setting the record straight.
Fair play.
So he goes in on Steve Harvey. He goes in on Cedric the Entertainer stealing jokes. Fun fact: people have been tweeting the clips of the jokes that Cedric the Entertainer stole.
It's bad. That looks bad.
It's not a good look. You say he's lying.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that bad. Man. I saw what Katt Williams said, but I haven't looked for the jokes yet.
There's one joke that like Katt Williams, he was saying on the episode that like he wrote that was like his ending joke, every single time, and then Cedric verbatim just stole that and just like changed one thing about it, and like people were posting clips of like that joke, like kind of like side by side of him stealing that. It just looks bad.
Have y'all ever heard Cedric the Entertainer's like one of his most famous jokes is like it's the Abominations joke?
Yep.
So he stole that one, and that one's circulating.
That one's circulating. That one's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. Like if you look at it, it's like Cedric the Entertainer telling the joke in like 2020 HD camera. Like it's like 4K. It's like it's brand, like the lighting's perfect, and then the video that the place where he took the joke from is like 1988. It's like it looks like it's being recorded on a potato. It's like it got like the grainy like background where it's like it's bad. And of course, makes Katt Williams like he's telling the truth, which I think he is, but
I don't think he has a reason to lie. Is like the thing, because again, like to Jarrell's point, he's being blackballed, and he's got nothing to lose, and the most dangerous people are the people that are like backed into a corner, especially when he has records of all your skeletons that you have in y'all's closet. Like somebody pushed him too far, and that's why I think that everything he's saying is fact, because there's just no reason for him to lie. Now the fallout from it, I don't know what the fallout's going to be. People will probably
how worse could it get?
I mean, not for him, but I'm saying like all the people it's almost like the Epstein list coming out. Like people,
he named everybody.
Right.
I don't think it'll be that bad, because, like, I think the people that it really reached. I guess I don't think that's really that's not really. I feel like Kevin Hart has other as a whole other following, right?
Yeah.
You know, than people who don't even know who Katt Williams is.
Right. I think like
You
the
know,
people that
as an
like
entertainer, I mean, is he really doing much? I feel like he can kind of just chill in the
just
background.
ride into the
Yeah,
sunset. Yeah.
I saw
I could
Ludacris put out a diss track. Did you go see
right.
that? Have you
Oh,
heard it?
no.
You should listen to it. Pull it. I think it's on Twitter. I think I saw it on Twitter.
Wait, who put out a diss track?
Ludacris.
Ludicrous.
Oh, he went in on Ludacris too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should play that on. I haven't heard it.
No,
so
never mind. Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if I should play it. But I will. It was like on my list of things to do.
There's a Ricky Smiley has answered back. Says the Entertainer has answered back.
So like, what are they saying? Like, what are they saying in return?
Ricky Smiley was talking about how his side of the story of how the whole Money Mike thing went. I mean, he was giving his flowers kind of too, though. He was like, I think the pimp thing went significantly better than what I was gonna have to play.
Yeah, because Katt Williams said he wrote a lot of the stuff for like Friday After Next, of like what people should wear, like.
Yeah, he said like, so Ricky Smiley said like, listen, like I think the pimp thing was significantly better than the role that I had he said that he auditioned for the role, but the role wasn't what Katt Williams ended up doing, right? Which is what Katt Williams said. But he also said that like he said like that the whole like the way that it went wasn't like the way that Katt Williams said, right? Like it wasn't, he didn't go and say that they gave him the role and he should have been doing that. He said that he thought that the Santa role was better for him anyway. And then he called up like his manager at the time, and they both kind of corroborated each other's story. But he did say Katt Williams did that was his first movie. In that role, and for him to do as well as he did was exceptional. He's a great entertainer and all that stuff, but that was what Ricky Smiley said. As far as what Cedric the Entertainer said, it came off like Cedric the Entertainer didn't know what he was talking about. Like, no, you know.
Yeah.
Ricky Smiley was like, yeah, I mean, like I auditioned for the role and they said they want me to play the role, and then I left, and the next day they called me up and said that they're going to give it to somebody else, and we want you to do this role.
Yeah.
That's what Smiley did. And then said the Entertainer was like, I don't know what he's talking about.
I think like Ricky Smiley admitting to like some of it being true is kind of like a tactic of, all right, I'll admit this part, like I'll concede this part being true, but everything else I'm not gonna acknowledge and hope that part kind of goes.
It's like when your girl texts you a long paragraph and you reply like one portion of it. That's what he did.
Which one always makes everything worse.
Yeah. The easiest part.
So you're just gonna not talk about like the rest of it. Look, here's a Stanley Cup. Fuck.
Here's a Stanley. Goddamn.
But yeah, man. Yeah, the clips of Cedric the Entertainer stealing the jokes, those clips going around on Twitter, those make him look really bad. Him not acknowledging or acting like what Katt Williams saying isn't true, it looks bad. I think if I'm Steve Harvey, I probably don't even respond, because like the stuff he said about Steve Harvey saying that he didn't want to act anymore because he had all these shows that he was on, like he was too busy or whatever, and apparently that's not true. Like, whatever. If I'm Steve Harvey, I don't give two shits because I'm Steve Harvey.
The thing is, I think it's relatively common knowledge that of the fallout between Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac.
Yeah, and I think that's what Katt Williams is more mad at.
Yeah, and that's kind of what made me kind of think that that made me feel like most of what Katt Williams said was true, was because like I knew about that fallout, right? And I knew that they were all pretty jealous of Bernie, with the exception of DL Hughley.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, Bernie's just the man, bro. Like he was just the man. Like,
no doubt in my mind he should have headlined.
100%. But can't do anything about that now, obviously. But
Adam, what's one of Bernie's famous lines? What do you say?
I'm not gonna giving her
yeah.
Yeah. Would you give her a dick?
But anyway, I'm interested if there's going to be any more fallout from that or people responding to it.
I thought
But
Kevin Hart said something on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if that was recent.
oh, I didn't know what he said.
I don't know if that was like recent or not, but he was bashing Cat Williams and stuff. With Tiffany Haddish right there too.
I mean, a lot of stuff that what he said, honestly, I didn't disagree with. Like just people not being funny. Like there's just a lot of those people that are just are not funny. And I think like Kevin Hart, I think his stand up, I think when I was younger, or he had originally came onto the scene, I thought was funny. But I think Kevin Hart movies that I see him in now and stuff like that, I just think none of it is just funny.
No, I
at
agree.
all.
I never thought Kevin Hart was that funny.
And I think he probably feels some type of way about that now that people are kind of realizing that he's just not funny. But okay. Anyway, moving on to NFL Week 18. A lot of playoff implications in a lot of these games. For instance, the Packers need a win over the Chicago Bears to get in.
Bears.
And you know what? This is the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl week for me personally, for many reasons. One, I hate the Packers. I hate Packer fans. And if Justin Fields goes into Lambeau, beats Jordan Love's ass, knocks the Packers out of the playoffs, they can't trade him. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to think if there's any other scenarios. Bucks Saints for the division. That's just a horrible division. Jacksonville.
Man, Cowboys used to be there.
Say that again.
Cowboys used to be there. We used to play in that 7-9 division.
Fair. Jacksonville. Looking to win a tiebreaker.
Three-way tiebreaker. Ooh, what's the situation there?
Yeah, Steelers need a lot of fucking help.
Let's see. Who does Jacksonville play this weekend?
Jacksonville plays the Titans.
Yeah, so they need
the Colts
to win.
Indy. Oof. That's Sunday Night Football, huh?
Yep. Yeah, the Texans too. Like the AFC South is just fucked right now.
Fucked.
Everybody can still get in except for the Titans. But the Houston needs a lot of help.
No, they got they're in.
Who?
Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not.
No.
How many teams get in?
7.
Okay. So all you gotta do is beat the Colts and they're in.
Who?
The Texans.
Yeah. They need some people to lose, huh?
No, I'm looking at it. It says they beat the Colts. They play the Colts. Colts are 7. They're 8. They have a tiebreaker over Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So Pittsburgh needs the Texans too.
Pittsburgh needs the Texans. I think they need the Texans to lose, and they need the Colts to win, and some other stuff to happen.
I think they need the Bills to also lose or something, bro. The AFC playoff scenario right now is so fucked.
It's fucked. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 teams. There's 5 teams that are not eliminated yet, but there's not an AFC South winner yet because 3 teams could win the AFC South.
If I'm looking at this correctly, Pittsburgh gets in if the Colts win and Jacksonville loses.
Pittsburgh clinches if Pittsburgh wins and Buffalo loses, or Pittsburgh wins and Jacksonville loses or ties,
Okay. So Jacksonville and the Bills.
Yeah.
or Pittsburgh wins and the Titans and Colts tie.
Okay.
So yeah, they need something weird to happen if they.
I understand. I think.
Pittsburgh gets they got so many scenarios where they can get in.
Okay, let's see. I found. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Houston gets in. They win the AFC South with a Houston win or a Jacksonville loss.
Yep.
And then the Texans can win or clinch a playoff berth with a Houston win or a Houston tie plus a Jacksonville loss plus a Pittsburgh loss or tie.
Houston doesn't win. Houston's not in. Well, that's
So Houston just needs to win or tie. Indianapolis gets in
this is going to be the type of week where you're sitting there looking at the screen and there's a team playing for a fucking tie in overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like what? The Chargers and something. Was it the Broncos?
Chargers and Raiders?
Raiders, maybe. Yeah. Like a year ago or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kicked the field goal on the Chargers to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
don't think it was a tie.
So the Colts clinched the AFC South with a win plus a Jacksonville loss. Pittsburgh needs a lot of help. Miami will clinch the AFC East with a win or a tie. Yeah, Buffalo versus Miami is going to be nuts. Yeah. The Cowboys can clinch the NFC East with a win.
Win versus the Commanders.
Or a Dallas tie plus a Philly tie or just a Philly loss.
Yep.
The Bucks.
Unlucky.
The Bucks clinched the NFC South title with a win.
Yep.
Or a Tampa Bay tie plus a New Orleans loss or tie. The Falcons can clinch the NFC South title with a win plus a Tampa Bay loss. So the Falcons can
win the NFC South still.
Yes. The Saints can win the South if they win plus a Tampa Bay loss or tie.
Can you imagine that Falcons team getting into the playoffs?
I mean, I'm betting. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It'd be a gift for Philadelphia.
Philly clinches the NFC East title with a Philly win plus Dallas loss, or a Philly tie and a Dallas loss. Also, are the Eagles okay? Is it time to open up the dialogue on?
So
Nick Sirianni, yeah,
Nick Sirianni, is Nick Sirianni ass?
We should have done that already. He's dog shit.
I mean,
so AJ Brown had him in the skate room.
Yeah,
they're doing team building exercises a week out from the playoffs.
Hey, look, escape rooms are fun though.
Speaking of team building,
you shouldn't be doing team building stuff. Do that in the off season.
I'm glad you're talking about team building exercise, Adam. You see what your boy doing for the Ravens, huh?
Odell?
Yeah.
What?
Apparently, he bought another boat.
Yeah. Hey, Lamar, don't get on that boat. Don't get on that boat. Also, Adam, I think Ayers owes the Ravens an apology because I feel like,
of course, he does.
A few shows ago, he said the Ravens weren't good.
He's not going to.
And they weren't elite playoff contenders.
He's not going to do it. Even though they beat the 49ers and the Dolphins, he's not going to do it.
Beat the Dolphins out of the 49ers.
I said that because Adam said the Cowboys couldn't be.
That's not what I said.
I said they weren't. Emotional. They couldn't. This was emotional.
It's always emotional.
The Cowboys can't. I didn't understand how the Ravens could. But however,
because the Ravens are better than the Cowboys. What do you mean?
Adam said it could happen like that.
Who's the better team, the Ravens or the Cowboys?
At the time we had the same record. At the time we had the same record.
At the time you didn't play the same people.
They hadn't played the 49ers by then, and they had an ugly loss. We had an ugly loss.
And what happens when they
have a bad game? Ravens have a bad game. Cowboys
What happens when they played them?
Right.
What happens when they played the Dolphins?
Okay, they're a good team.
No shit.
Now. So are the Cowboys.
I didn't say the Cowboys weren't good. I'm saying they weren't Super Bowl favorites. I never said they were ass. I never said
they might be a Super Bowl favorite. They might be a Super Bowl favorite in NFC.
No, the Cowboys are not a Super Bowl favorite. Don't ever say that again.
Yes, they are. Stop doing that. They're one of the two favorites. You know what I'm saying? Ravens, Cowboys, right? That's what everybody's thinking.
No, we're not doing that.
That's what everybody's thinking, Bo.
That's what everybody's thinking.
Everybody's thinking it.
We're not. No one's thinking.
We saw what happened when the 49ers played the Cowboys.
Everybody's thinking it.
42
no one's thinking that the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. Super Bowl favorites.
Everybody's thinking it, man.
Okay, moving on. The Seattle Seahawks can clinch a playoff berth with a win plus a Green Bay loss or tie, or a few other scenarios involving Tampa Bay and New Orleans. The Packers win and they get a playoff berth, or there's 5 different scenarios where they can still get a playoff berth with a tie. The Vikings can still clinch a playoff berth with a Minnesota win plus a Green Bay loss plus a Seattle loss plus a Tampa Bay loss.
They need a lot of people to not win.
Fair. Do you want to quickly go over the Pro Bowl rosters?
Sure.
Okay. Let me. Oop. So Pro Bowl roster announced. We got the AFC. We can do the AFC first. So AFC got Tua. Quarterbacks got Tua, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. I think that's fine. Oh shoot. Sorry. And then running backs, you have Raheem Mostert, James Cook, Derrick Henry, fullback Alec Ingold on Wisconsin, wide receiver Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase, tight ends Travis Kelce, David Njoku, Laramie Tunzel, Deion Dawkins, Teron Armstead, Quentin Nelson hates everybody. Joel, they're starters. What the fuck? And then Creed Humphrey. Yeah, we don't care about offensive linemen. Defense,
later, brother.
Huh?
Might need them later.
Might need her, yeah.
Facts. And then defensive ends, you got Myles Garrett, Max Crosby. That's just scary. Trey Hendrickson, Chris Jones, Quinton Williams, TJ Watt, Khalil Mack. Look at him, Khalil Mack having a comeback year. What the?
Just go get an ad block.
Yeah, what is that?
It's just the page is unresponsive. I don't understand. TJ Watt, Khalil Mack, Black Josh Allen, Roquan Smith. Which okay. Roquan Smith and TJ Edwards are having almost the identical year.
Okay.
And
I don't know where I was going with that, but
did TJ Edwards make the Pro Bowl?
Bears won that trade. No.
That's probably where you're going then.
Did not. Patrick Queen as well. Pat Surtain, Sauce Gardner, Jalen Ramsey, Denzel Ward. I think the AFC is just really good. Kyle Hamilton, shout out Black Korean people. And then special teamers, we don't care about them.
Shout out Black Korean people.
Look, hey, bro. Most athletic mix, bro. NFC. Brock Purdy starting for the NFC at quarterback. Got Dak Prescott and Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford too.
Quarterback list of all time, bro.
Hey, look, you can never count out Matt Stafford though. People were counting out the Rams early in the year, and then Matt Stafford is. The Rams weren't good at the beginning of the year, and then Matt Stafford kind of brought them back. Christian McCaffrey, obviously, that's the MVP of the NFL. DeAndre Swift, Kyron Williams scores 2 touchdowns a game, almost every game. Kyle Juszczyk, I think he's the only fullback in the NFC. CeeDee Lamb, AJ
Cowboys
Brown,
have
Mike
one that
Evans.
misses blocks a lot.
Fair. Puka Nacua, George Kittle, Sam Laporta, also rookie. Trent Williams, Lane Johnson, Penei Sewell, Zach Marr, my guy.
It wrong, even though it's right there.
I think I just need to get a Zach Martin jersey.
Yes,
Jason
sir.
Kelsey, defensive end Nick Bosa now with us. Montez Sweat, best in-season trade ever.
Franchises and sacks this year.
Facts. Aiden Hutchinson, Aaron Donald, Dexter Lawrence, Mike Parsons,
Yes, sir.
Hassan Reddick, Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner,
Depoy,
Deron
Bland, yes, sir.
Yeah, Travarius Ward, Jalen Johnson. Pay that man. Devin Witherspoon, Jesse Bates, Buda Baker, Julian Love.
Speaking of Buda Baker, have y'all seen the they did a stat comparison between Buda Baker and Antoine Winfield?
And Antoine Winfield got snubbed.
Bro, Buda Baker, I didn't even know Buda Baker was having it. Well, plays for the Cardinals. But I didn't realize he was having that down of a year. With that being said, if you need a new team, I got one.
Exactly. So some notable Pro Bowl snubs: Brandon Ayuk.
Hey, look, there it is. Look at that.
And that should replace Puka Nacua.
No.
Which, I don't think so.
No.
I get it, but yeah, I don't know. Antoine Winfield, should replace Buda Baker. It's 3 picks, forced 5 fumbles, 5 sacks.
I'm pretty sure that Buda Baker's 0 in all those categories.
Right. Josh Allen over Tua.
Stop doing that. Get off Josh Allen's nuts, man. Good God almighty.
Yeah. DeForest Buckner over Quinn Williams. We're debating kickers, Dustin Hopkins, I'll have his back. Florida State legend, Dustin Hopkins. So
no, but he ain't getting in over Texas legend. Just
that's big trust right there.
That's big trust.
Bradley Chubb over Khalil Mack, 5.
Sure.
Nico Collins,
no.
Jamar Chase, no. L'Jarius Sneed, black or white? Black over.
L'Jarius.
Look, see, TJ Edwards over Bobby Wagner. DJ Moore too. DJ Moore and Amon-Ra St. Brown definitely have some legs to stand on in terms of gripes. DJ Moore, the Bears would be 2 and forever without DJ Moore.
I don't know. Mike got the Bucks fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, true.
So
that dude is a fucking dog.
Amon-Ra St. Brown too for the Lions has been their entire offense. But yeah, all these people I don't care about. All right, let's move on to
with that being said, I agree with Osa, but whatever.
Say that again?
They said Osa should be in. I agree. Our defensive tackle. Cowboys type shit.
All right, new year, same us. It's time for Weddle.
I agree.
We don't lose these. We don't lose these. Oh, wait. Sorry. Pirtle first. Who am I? Back on Pirtle. We're starting with Wemby.
Why?
Wemby was hoping today.
It's his birthday. Was
hoping today against Giannis.
It's Wemby's birthday today. Did he score for 20?
Yeah.
Oh, his line was 19 and a half.
Yeah, 27. 6 blocks.
It's his birthday. Okay, so we got a West center forward under 7'4".
Under 7'4", okay, good metrics.
Under 7'4", all right, that's a good start for literally everybody in the league.
So not in the Southwest, so think Karl Anthony Towns.
Good guess, Bo.
I'm just warming up for Wordle, you know what I'm saying? Okay. We don't get there without Wemby. You know what I'm saying? I don't make that second pick without Wemby.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So between 21 and 27. Kind of a young guy.
Sabonis 7 feet.
We got guesses to burn. Guesses to burn. 16. Okay. Number is 11 or 12. And who else is in the Pacific? The Warriors.
That's Clay and who else? Who was 12?
Nobody.
Lakers.
You got
and Utah.
Okay, so the centers for the Utah. Oh, Lauri Markkanen.
Does he not wear 24?
You're right. And Walker Kessler wears like 44. 40.
Oh, the Suns in there? Are the Suns in there? Could it be who they just trade for? They traded Ayton.
Nurkic. I don't think Nurkic is like 25.
I think he wears 27.
I don't think it's Nurkic.
Jarrell in the chat. Jarrell would know.
Jarrell said Nurkic. It's not him though. I don't think.
I don't think it's Nurk. I don't think Nurk wears 11. I also don't think Lowry.
Bol wears 11 for the Suns, but he's like 7'3".
Yeah.
I think it's Nurkic, bro. No, Nurkic definitely wears 20.
Okay.
You try Bol, I guess. Yeah.
So
wears 11.
Okay, so it's not Clay. And
23 years old or 22?
Okay, so it's not. Who wears 11 on the Lakers?
Oh, Jackson Hayes.
Oh, Jackson Hayes.
Football school, basketball school.
Hey,
so it's an X.
Jackson Hayes.
New year, same us. You know what I'm saying? It's calm. Oh, also, bad streamer, G-Bats subbed, tier 1 sub, like right off rip.
Gosh, bro. Now we got to take back-to-back shots.
Yeah, every time I meant to bring it up, I got sidetracked with something. So we got to do back-to-back shots for G-Bats and Jackson Hayes. So I got the Elijah Craig. Shout out Steven for getting this for me for Christmas.
Where did I get this from? I don't remember.
All right. Cheers to G-Bats. Thank you for the sub. 23 months. 23-month streak. Okay. Okay, 1. And then we have another shot for Jackson Hayes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Brilliant. Okay. Moving on to Weddle. Eris, who are we starting with? You say Tony Pollard. We're not doing that.
Tony Pollard.
All right. Tony Pollard. Bang. Not bad. NFC East. What about short wide receiver?
Devontae
Smith. Is he under 6 feet tall? Can't be 5'10". Yeah, he's not 5'10".
I think he's right at 6 feet, honestly.
Greg Ward Jr.
Doesn't.
He's not on the Eagles?
Devontae Smith.
He's not on the Eagles?
Yeah, he is, but I don't think that he's shorter than.
He wears number 84.
He's definitely under 6
feet
tall.
He does wear like 84. Yeah, you're right.
I thought he was 14.
All right,
Kenneth Gainwell. Never mind,
Kenneth Gainwell, yeah.
Who wears number 3 for the wide receiver for, or maybe he's not there anymore for the Eagles that wears number 3? It was like it started with a Z last name. Oh shit, Zacchaeus. Is he still there?
I have no idea.
Okay, who else is in the NFC?
Well, maybe not.
Terry McLaurin is like short, isn't he?
Not 5.
Or
He has to be like 5'9".
What about like
Right.
Jahan Dotson?
Jahan Dotson like 6'2".
Okay.
Could be the running back. No, it can't be a running back. The running back for the Washington is really small.
What about the Giants? Who's short on the Giants? Sterling Shepard. How short is he?
6'1".
He's also older than 26, I think.
Fair.
I don't think we have any short wide receivers. Try Wandale. Wandale Robinson. He's short.
Bang.
Oh.
Tough.
There you
go.
You're tough. Yeah, he's 5'8".
I didn't know he was 5'8" short.
I don't think we have any short wide receivers. Literally,
he's one of our best ones too.
A baby.
He's one of our best ones.
Literally a baby.
Not saying that much, huh?
No. That's actually sad.
Ready? Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Okay. How do I go to hard mode? Oh. Bam. What a hard mode. Can only go with Zach Martin. Okay. Defensive person in the NFC.
TJ Edwards.
I like it. Bang. Oh, okay. Not bad.
Not terrible.
You got to be a corner. Definitely a corner or safety. Buda Baker.
Should have been in the Pro Bowl.
Okay. Corner.
In the NFC South.
Fuck.
Marlon Humphrey.
He wears 44.
He's in the AFC anyway.
And he plays for the Ravens.
Oh, who's the guy? Lattimore.
Oh.
Marshawn Lattimore wears number 23.
23.
Yeah. Number 4.
What's Tyrann Mathieu wear?
I think he still wears 32.
Really?
Who's he play for now?
Shorter than
the Saints, yeah.
He's also shorter than 5'10".
No, is he?
Tyrann Mathieu is like 5'9".
Oh, really? I knew he was short, but I didn't think he was that short. And
we're looking for the NFC West. NFC South.
So Bucks,
the
Panthers.
Bill?
No, the Panthers receivers wear no.
They're on defense.
I mean, I said receivers. I said receivers.
Wait, hold on.
I meant corners.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, JC Horn. What JC Horn?
Yeah, I think he wears 8 though. And I'm pretty sure 5 is Chenault and 4 is.
I think he does, but we got let's get some metrics. Let's see if he's a corner. Yeah, it's not a corner, but Carolina.
Wait.
Did it fucking Hunter Michael? I mean the fucking kicker.
Is it the kicker?
I was gonna say, if it was defenders, shouldn't that be yellow?
Yeah. It's the kicker.
It's the kicker for the Panthers.
Or the punter.
I know this. Bang.
Yep.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Bears legend.
Former Bears legend, Eddie Pinheiro. And he missed the kick against us this year. No. Oh, yeah. That's why I don't know. Wasn't a factor.
It was
Apparently,
a factor.
wasn't a factor.
They could have them 3.
Right. So Eddie Money. He was Eddie Money in Chicago until he wasn't.
It was a good guess, Bo. We never got that.
Thank you. All right, cheers. Now it's time for me to go off. First Wordle of the year. You know what time it is. We can start with your little Texas, just solidarity. Sorry you guys lost your bowl games. At least you guys got in.
Good guess.
Okay. Not bad. Okay. So T, A, and S. This is the most that Texas has actually given us in this game.
It's not true, but okay.
That is true.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. I'm
thinking STA.
CK.
I was going to go MP.
Stamp.
I was going to go stamp.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Ah.
What about? Okay. So S is the first letter, A is the third letter, and then T is not the second letter. So you think that?
I feel like T can't be the middle letter. I mean the fourth letter.
Fourth letter. It's got to be the end.
Because then it would end in S, right?
Yeah, because it can't end in S. Yeah.
SLANT.
Slant. Slant.
Ooh. Ouch.
Scant?
Can't.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Scant. What a word.
Me. I'm back.
What a word.
I'm
Scant.
back.
Cheers.
I got hosed on slant, I think.
I think you did. I think that was,
yeah, I think I got hosed on that. Fucking mistype.
I think I got hosed on Puppy too, but whatever.
No.
It was on puppy because it wasn't puppy.
All them fucking bees, bro. All them goddamn peas in that word.
Okay. I think that's everything. Covered everything. Good first show back. Season 3, full effect. First episode down of the new year. I was talking to Adam because Adam had a small bottle of Henny that he was flashing before while you were still in a 2K game. And we were thinking that what if we introduce Henny Fridays?
Oh, God,
Call it, dude.
Season 3.
How electric.
Room, fucking
Fridays.
In the club with my twin and we vibe. Hands up. Look, I'm just saying, Henny Fridays, Call of Duty stream. We're getting Verdansk back soon.
Incredible Hulks. Hey, Emily's right here. He's right here.
Why are we doing that?
So I don't hate it. More to come. Anyway,
Fridays.
show will be on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify.
You name it, it's there.
Amazon Music, wherever you get platforms, just go listen to it. Drop a follow, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. It helps us out a lot. And yeah, wash your hands and
listen to the Luda freestyle.
Facts. I'm gonna go do that right now, actually. All right, I gotta pee. Everybody go wash your hands.